This is Captain Calhoun speaking. You are on the lifeboat. What is going on? We are in Grandma's kitchen. We're going to talk about some stuff. Good morning, RSM. What's going on? Ooh, my thing's sliding. Thought I had a good setup here. Maybe we need this. Boom. Now we're good. What's going on, RSM? Good to see you. Emily Armstrong is back in the news, folks. And, don't get too excited. The statement is pretty much just exactly like the one before it, but it's a little bit more still completely unreal, completely fake, completely not addressing the elephant in the room. So that's awesome. We're going to talk about it. Lori Abs, good morning. How are you? I also am going to talk about some mental health today. I think that this whole Emily Armstrong thing is actually about mental health, for me at least. Scientology doesn't believe that mental health exists, right? And that's what really burns me up about the whole thing. It's like you can support this known bad man, right, Danny Masterson, and then you can change your mind publicly when it becomes an issue. Sorry, guys. Right? Cool, whatever. I mean, not cool. That's pretty lame, actually. But, I can get over that. I don't expect you to be Emily Armstrong. I don't expect her to be honest about that stuff. But I don't know why. It burns me up quite a bit that she isn't addressing the Scientology thing. Because that's the root of the whole thing, is the mental health, the sexual abuse that Chester went through. And you're replacing this person with someone who doesn't even believe that's real. Which is astounding to me. The new statement, what's going on, guys? Dale Cox, Miss Sunrise Dawn, Robin Miner, Scooby Lee, Millie the Dandelion, Layla Bradley, Helena Fleck Swan Boats, Flick Fox. What's going on, friends? Dale being safe? Was he being dangerous yesterday, Flick? Sharon Dixon, good morning. There was actually coffee in my mouth when I opened it. Hi, Leah, good morning. Yeah, that's what burns me up. So, it's funny, there's a bunch of articles on this thing, right? I find it very difficult to trust any of these articles. Forbes, Rolling Stone, I've caught them writing hit pieces that have no factual basis. So, I don't know. It's very hard to vet online stories these days, but I have to say, this story has all of the old information, but one tiny little piece of new information. So I guess she did release a statement. And the statement says, here, hold on, I gotta scroll back down. This has a lot of stuff on it. Several years ago, she was asked to support someone. So she talks about it in hindsight, I don't know, I'm not gonna try and figure out exactly the timeline. I don't think that that's proper, though. I think it was last year, wasn't it? Am I wrong? It was less than a year ago. Am I wrong? Anyways, several years ago, she was talking about supporting Danny Masterson. Soon after, I realized I shouldn't have. I always try to see the good in people, and I misjudged him. I have never spoken with him since. Well, of course. Well, he's literally in prison for life, right? So, stupid statements. Ridiculous. Unimaginable details emerged, and he was later found guilty. It's okay, dude. To say it as clearly as possible, this is the new bit. I don't condone abuse or violence against women, and I empathize with the victims of these crimes, says Emily. It's okay, well, you're a human. That makes you human, right? You're not addressing the problem. The problem is that someone that doesn't believe in mental health is taking Chester's place. You know what I mean? And no one's going to replace Chester. It's impossible. I agree with you. They probably need to change the name and just cease and desist altogether. But this is what's happening. This person is the new lead singer for Linkin Park. They're going on a world tour. They have 6 shows all over the world. It's funny that they chose the small number of 6, but they still want to do a global tour. It's very, very interesting. But yeah, man, it just burns me up. Where's the Scientologist bit? And it's funny, there's also posts from Mike Shinoda's kid. There's posts from the singer of the Mars Volta and his wife, who y'all know is one of the alleged victims. It does say that that her allegations were not what convicted Danny, but hey, this is that, and that's that, and this is this. So it's a little different, but either way, so they're involved, right? And there's lots of statements going back and forth between these people that are involved or were involved with the Church of Scientology. And that's what's not being addressed. That's what's bothering me the most. It's like, do you think we're stupid? I don't understand. Do you think not addressing it will make it go away? Maybe, I don't know. But it's not for me. This band is not for me anymore. And that's okay. I'm not going to lose a ton of sleep over it, but my heart breaks for like Chester's family, for Mike's son, for everyone involved. I have to imagine that the current band members of Linkin Park are either like dead inside or completely embarrassed and uncomfortable. Like they're either not human and they have no empathy, or this is very difficult. You know what I mean? There's two ways this can go in my mind, and I don't know which is which. I find myself wanting to put stock in Mike Shinoda. I will find myself wanting to stick up for this band that I grew up with, but it's very, very difficult to do so, especially when Mike's son is saying stuff, right? I haven't seen a response from Mike. It's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. I wonder what their stance is. Their stance must be, let's let it blow over. Because that certainly seems like this statement is pretty much exactly the same as the previous statement, which didn't address the issue, right? Except it addresses Danny Masterson. It's like they tried to do as little as possible to fix the situation, and then when they realized it wasn't fixing, they just did a little bit more. It's like, all right, we'll admit and address the Danny thing. It's like, that's not even the issue, dude. Dude and dudettes. That's not even the issue. It's not even the issue. Jane Aldrich, good morning. Millie the Dandelion says, it riles me and I'm not even a fan. You know, it's interesting. We can come together on lots of things. Music brings people together, but so does trauma, suffering, so does healing and recovery. So I think that we're coming together on a very different note here, Millie. I don't think you have to be a fan to relate or empathize with this stuff, right? It's pretty wild. Christy Hughes, hello. It's been a while. Good to see you. Chester definitely deserves better, I agree. She was Danny's long-term girlfriend, 5 to 6 years, which is what I think contributed to her case having a hung jury. Interesting, says Helena. That is very, very interesting. I mean, I would like to say I can just smell the lies all over these statements, but I mean, I can't prove that, right? So, in my heart, I know. Snotface, good to see you. Welcome in. Regardless of insulting the victims, they are also messing with their fan base. You know, it's interesting. The Mars Volta guy and his wife are shooting back and forth on Twitter. And they're very, very involved. They feel very, very strongly about this. They also have claimed that the Church of Scientology poisoned their dogs for speaking up about protecting these kind of villains. And you know, I don't find that hard to believe because I don't know if y'all know, but I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about this, but my dad had a run-in with the church. They showed up at his house. I can't remember if it was in the middle of the night or what, but that had to be handled. They were not there peacefully. So, you know, I don't find it difficult to believe that they poisoned his dogs at all. Thankfully, my dad is Clark Kent, and he forgot to put his business suit on that night. So he just Supermaned the crap out of those guys. They will not be coming back. Yeah, this kind of stuff is a little wild to me. A little gangster organization called Scientology. Smart. You don't look very smart to me, bud. Right, school shooter who never was shooting. You know, that's a rough thing to say, but I have to say, I I wouldn't be surprised if there was a news story about this lady going crazy. You know, I definitely wouldn't be surprised. She's definitely not like us. I had to. I'm sorry. I had to do it. I had to do it. Oh my. Topic, roll T1DE, whatever I want it to be. Today we're talking about Emily Armstrong and the statements that she's put out. Emily Armstrong is the new lead singer of Linkin Park. And wow, you guys are coming out in force today. I have a big hammer. I can get you all with one swoop. So just make yourselves known, please. Burr, 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 burr. Seems like something is not wanting me to grow my garden, but I be dang, it's going to happen. Did the hurricane affect your garden, Dale? I guess that's kind of a silly question, isn't it? How bad is it, bro? I'm gonna keep your garden and you and your family in my thoughts, dude. Hopefully you can get that thing back in working order, huh? It was the wording of the charges, says Lori. We do not do politics here. Oh my, you guys are really out today. Do I have any mods in here? Am I like alone on this? Holy crap. Best melee weapon I have? I got a few. Brian V, welcome in. I'm a big fan of Vinny Paz. I've seen him live actually. Epic on a Wednesday night. It was absolutely crazy. Jedi Mind Tricks. All right, the Rugged Man was not there, but we did get Immortal Technique that night as well. Super dope show. It was like just the down home boys. It was like just the deep cut fans because it was like a Wednesday night. There was like 20 of us. It was super dope. Super cool. It was maybe more like 40. If we could take the stigma out of brain illness, we could have some teens, says Lori Abs. Do you mean we could have kids? One of my fears of having children is that I'm gonna not do it right, or I'm gonna bring them up in a world that's terrible, or it's a hard thing for me to wrap my brain around. But also, it's not like I've been in a position to procreate, right? If I had the right girl and the right, maybe it wouldn't be such a hang up. But that's something that I ponder a lot. That's something that I think about a ton. Divineful says, don't worship, praise one another. Alrighty. We definitely should be praising one another. None of us are going to get out of here alive, right? So we might as well band together. This is my work, Divine Knowledge. All the Emily critics seem to be exclusive from North Americans. Interesting. I wonder if people from other countries don't care. I wonder why that is. I definitely feel like music is different here. Like for us, it's like a different in the culture. I might be wrong. I feel like it's a bad sign when the website that you have the article pulled up on continually reloads and does stuff. I feel like that's a sign that BuzzFeed is not a safe website. My phone is literally lighting up different colors and doing different things just by being on that website. It's terrible. It's terrible. I was doing good a second ago. Goosebump, what's going on? Hi, Spanx from the cruise. You're in the Dominican Republic. Let's go. Why is this not working now? Stay still. Okay, we're good. I think you're getting new trolls because you're streaming in portrait mode. Well, we're also getting a lot of new people on the boat. I'm sure it's just a part of growth. And I've been in portrait mode for almost 3 weeks now. I will be home tonight. So we'll be going back to the regular setup. We'll be able to test it tonight or tomorrow. And I have to say, I'm not expecting it to be a huge difference, but maybe there's something to that. Maybe there's something to that. I trust you. Oh, no sweat, Miss Sunrise. It's all good. I hear you, Blessed to Crochet. I've heard that before. Hey, Lifeboat, good morning. Ivana. Oh, you're getting out of here. Look at this guy. She got me with the old radio show trick. Do you guys see that? Yeah, get out of here. Don't come back. I am Captain Calhoun of the Lifeboat. You might be familiar with my father, the Admiral. If this is your first time seeing me in the mornings, I like to do recovery-based topics, talk about doing better than we did the day before, things of that nature. But today we're talking about Emily Armstrong and I guess mental health. I am very excited to get home to address my mental health, hopefully with a therapist of some sort. I have reservations, but I need to make it I need to find a way to explore this safely, right? I need to find a way to find out if I can get, a little bit of help with my brain. So we're gonna go ahead and do so the best way that we know how. I'm doing all right today. Thanks for asking. I feel really good. I'm really excited to get home. I cannot even tell you. I've been gone for like 3 weeks. That's way too long. I literally canceled my Hawaii trip last night. Woo! I can't tell you how exciting that was, which is a weird thing to say, but I learned a lot on this trip, and one of them is that I don't want to be camping for 2 friggin' weeks. That's way too much. Can't wait to get to the comfort of my home, back to my roaches. When's the last time you did a detox? Any detox. Just did a 3-day water fast. Wow. That's I don't know if I could do a water fast. I feel like it might be very painful for me, but I guess it's been a while since I've done a detox. Hey Ali, welcome in. Crushik559, I've been watching your show for a few months now. I'm a big fan of your content. Well, thank you. Thank you for saying so. I really appreciate that. I've been working on it. I'm getting a little better, and I think we're going to continue doing so. Gamer Jackie, what's going on? I'm doing really good. The trip's going good. It's coming to an end today. I think Hunter's going to come get me. We're going to go to Trolley Winco and try that challenge, and then we're going to hang out until plane time, so stay tuned for some airport and some wing challenge later, most likely. Hexen, hello from India. Welcome in. Good to see you. Have a good day, Sewan. Take the stigma out of mental health and help save teens' lives. Here, I gotta read and catch up, y'all. There's lots going on today. You have no pepper plants that are producing now. Uh-oh. I did not see that, Deaudrey. That's so sad. Let's get some ones up for Maggie and her family, all right? Miss Sunrise Dawn, I answered that person a few times. They can pay attention or they cannot, right? So I timed them out for a few minutes. They can listen. They can listen and find out what we're talking about, huh? Instead of interrupting. Catalina asks, hey Captain, how long have you been on today? Am I late? It's hard to tell on this format. Thanks for being live. I've been live for about 20 minutes. You're not late. It's all good. We're discussing Emily Armstrong and her new statement, which really is the old statement with just like a little bit more accountability, but really there's really no accountability at all. The first statement, if you remember, she didn't even address Danny. She didn't address the Church of Scientology. She basically was just like, I don't know what's going on. I'm really happy to be here kind of thing. Now she addresses Danny and that thing and says that she made a mistake and that they haven't spoken since the trial and that she didn't know that he was here. Let me find it. I'll read it to you. Oh, that's right. We switched because that other website was crazy. One second. Wow, there's a lot here. Sorry, guys. Several years ago, I was asked to support someone. This is the new statement. I considered a friend at a court appearance. Several years ago, by the way. I don't want to pick apart every piece of this, right? But I'm pretty sure it was last year. I might be wrong. I didn't do the math. I was told there would be no math, but it's like just trying to distance yourself as much as possible without taking accountability. You're a terrible person, right? I can't trust you, and I have no empathy for this kind of behavior. I was asked to support someone I considered a friend at a court appearance and went to one early hearing as an observer. Well, I'm pretty sure you participated. I went to one early hearing as an observer. Soon after, I realized I shouldn't have. I always try to see the good in people, and I misjudged him. Didn't they date for like 6 years? I have never spoken with him since. Well, of course, he's life in prison, right? Anyways, unimaginable details emerged. and he was later found guilty. To say it as clearly as possible, I do not condone abuse or violence against women, and I empathize with the victims of these crimes. It's like, well, okay, like that. If that's true, you're human, right? But like, that's not the problem. That's not the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is that you're a Scientologist, and Scientology doesn't believe in mental health, and that's what Chester stood for. Was mental health, was stopping child trafficking, was stopping abuse. You know what I mean? And this person doesn't believe that those things are real. Hold on, did you guys catch that? She doesn't believe those things are real. Like, how can, I don't understand. I fully don't understand what's going through Mike's head, what's going through any of the other band members' heads. Like, they either don't care or like this is very uncomfortable, right? But I feel like it's very hard for me to believe that this is very uncomfortable for them because they're forging forward. Like, is it a matter of putting food on your table? Is it a matter of feeding your family? Because I could get that. I can get it, right? I still think a little bit more accountability and transparency would be really nice. But the further this goes on with no statements from Mike, with like the further this goes on with like no, like them ignoring the elephants in the room, and then like the fact that they released the same statement with like a little bit more, just like a little bit, it's like, all right, we'll mention Danny Masterson's name this time. It just makes me think you're trying to get away with as much as possible, saying as little as possible. I'm gonna touch you right now, Doug. I'm gonna touch you with this banger. Can't be for 2 days. Is that much? 2 weeks, no one. Pardon me, it wasn't 2 weeks, it was 3 weeks. So yeah, 2 days times, what is that? Times 7? Times 14? Yeah, camping for 2 days is just fine, but thanks. You guys are gonna see a very different side of me, I have to say. If the mornings are gonna be rowdy, I'm gonna be rowdy too, I think. Not on purpose, it's just gonna happen. You growing and maturing every day, Spanx. It's great to see that. Thanks, Beta, I appreciate that. What's up, Catalina, Lisa Reed? Welcome in. Hello, new to your morning show, nice to be here. Well, very, very much welcome, be welcome. Usually it's less hype. Usually we have a very chill morning, we have coffee together, and we talk about, you know, doing better than we did the day before and recovery-minded topics. But I thought today I could come on and rant a little bit about this because this is what I woke up to. I woke up to the news and the articles and then I was thinking to myself, rawr, you know. So I thought I'd come on and just rawr with you guys. Oh, this coffee is so good. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. My family went up to Silver Fork Lodge this morning. And I was invited, but I chose to not go. I'm gonna hang out with Hunter and do all that stuff instead because I haven't seen him. So I have the house to myself, which is very nice, very, very nice. You guys want to take a break from talking about this terrible topic and look at some fun stuff? I wonder which one of these I can show. Check out this family photo. That's me on the very, very, very right. Look how cute we are. Hell yeah. My grandma's watercolors. And then I'm pretty sure that's my grandma and her sisters. Rest in peace. Aunt Kathy. Yeah, we're just in here this morning. Hopefully Hunter will interrupt the stream and you guys can meet him. That would be cool. That would be really, really cool. All Mike's done is put a comment on his Insta post saying Emily appreciation button. It's getting people to like his comment, ignoring the upset long LP fans. I'm gonna start sending them hate mail, dude, I swear. I shouldn't though, because that's just gonna bring me down and it's not gonna do good things for anyone. It's just going to bring me down. Well, I'm saving the world, Pinky. Same thing we do every day. Amy Edge, hey Spanx, rawr. Yeah, I'm a big rawrer, you know? There's a lion inside me and it's not happy about injustice for some reason. Prayers for Body Illusion. What's going on with Body Illusion? Thank you for your support, Shannon. Is Body Illusion here today? Yeah, Catalina, thank you for saying that. My grandparents are a huge fan of their flooring. They recently redid the countertops. Spanx, I need me some tincture since I have no peppers, so I think I'll do a full dropper. Oh my. I'm with you. I have my tincture right back there. We love rowdy Spanx equally to chill Spanx. Well, thanks for saying so, Kristen. This is half speed, for sure. I can get pretty out there. All right, going back. I have some tincture here. Give me just a minute. Yeah, was it the Hurricane, Dale, that got you? Got your garden? Absolutely, Helena. I definitely enjoy venting to you guys sometimes. It helps me vent in a constructive manner, right? Not in I'm not tearing anybody down with my venting. It helps me do it in a way that doesn't bring me down too. Now, I did have a very small amount of spice cake today, so I think we can do a little bit of this. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go do the trolley wing challenge today, I think. So this is my warm up. We're gonna do a tiny little bit because I'm a wuss. For those that are not familiar, this is capsaicin tincture. Capsaicin is the oil in peppers that makes them spicy. So that was pure spice oil that I just put on my tongue. I'm drooling. It's not gonna get me high. Nothing crazy is gonna happen. It's just spicy oil. Just for those of you that don't know. Ooh, instantly at like a three. Spanx, is this your own pepper tincture or is this from your uncle? This one's from my dad. And it's actually got my dad's face on it. And this is a collaboration that a company called Impressed Capsaicin did with him a few years back. I don't know what PBJD is. Wow, it's really, really spicy. Boys and girls. I have to say, I've had the best trip though since the camping stopped. And the camping was cool too. Did I tell you guys about my dancing? I went dancing with Jesse. And it was great. I'm not bad. It was very interesting. It was kind of like learning how to fire dance all over again, except I was learning very quickly. I got like 6 moves down, but then putting them together and like flowing with someone else became the challenge, right? So next time, I think I'll hit that next hurdle and be able to flow through things more easily. But we had some very shiny moments, and we had so much fun. You should have seen our smiles. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could have been there. Charles B. from Atlanta, what's going on? Welcome in. Are you heading home soon, Spanx? Yep, Dale Cox, we can probably do your legendary tincture in the morning. So I will be home tonight. And unless there's some sort of crazy thing that happens, I'm pretty sure I'll be ready for that. So we'll see. I guess I shouldn't commit. Let's see how the wing challenge goes today, because I want my face on the wall at Trolley Wing Co. I won't be able to try again till probably November. A lot of camping in the military, and you'll get paid for it. Just saying. Well, that doesn't sound terrible, but I don't know if that's the route I want to go. Look like an elf. It's not the worst thing in the world, huh? Yeah, right. I didn't beat him last time, Dale, but this time I've had breakfast. I've had a warm up. We've done tincture together, Dale. I have your power and mine. I'm going to take it in there and I'm going to crush those wings. 15 wings in 10 minutes, I think. It should be easy. Should be easy. Or like 8 wings or something. It seemed like it wasn't that bad. And then I hadn't had breakfast that day, so the reason it's not already done is because I thought I was better than the rules. And the rules state that you have to have stuff in your stomach. The rules state you got to prepare, and I thought I was better than that, so that's not the case. This time I'm ready. Thanks, Dale. I appreciate you. I'm going to either live stream it or record it. Probably live stream it. Although I did get my buddy gave me a GoPro. Can you believe that? I don't really know how they work. I don't think they have audio, so maybe it won't be good to use for that, but I literally made a spice cake, says ASAP Lizzie. Good to see you, ASAP. Yeah, my grandma is big into baking. This one's got like raisins and I don't know what that is, almonds or walnuts or something. I think they're almonds. Super good. I'm gonna have some right now, actually, if you don't mind. You know, I was thinking the other day about mental health, and I was thinking about the dark, dark days that I have sometimes. And I've never had this thought before, but it occurred to me. It occurred to me that I'm very grateful I don't own a weapon on days like that. That's a scary thought. You know what I mean? I don't think that I would do anything of that nature, but having the option would be nuts. I mean, I guess Lucy and I owned a gun. And we had some pretty terrible mental health days. So maybe it's not that big a deal, but I had never considered the difference between owning a gun and not owning a gun when I'm in a very, very bad mental state. It was a scary thought that I had. Roar, says no one. That's how I usually spell it. I love that. 15 and 10 minutes, you got this. And I guarantee I'm going to get it, guys. You guys can be there with me, too. It'll be great. In fact, I don't know if anyone's in Salt Lake, but maybe we should do a meetup at the Trolley Winco. I have to wait for Hunter before I know what time we'll be there. My plane leaves at like 3, so maybe we could have lunch over there at like noon. That doesn't seem like a bad plan, huh? So if anybody wants to go to the Trolley Winco, I guess I need to figure out which one as well. I imagine the one in Sugar House. If anyone's familiar, if anyone's in the area, please come through. Noon, it's the Trolley Winco in Sugar House, Utah. What's the challenge exactly again, asks Flick. I'm spacing out today. I'm pretty sure it's a number of spicy wings with their crazy sauce in 10 minutes. I can't remember if it's 8, 10, or 15. I can't remember how many it is. It didn't seem terribly difficult. It's just going to get hot because of the amount of wings you have to eat. It didn't seem like a huge time constraint. It seemed like you had just enough time and just enough meat to like just power through it, but we'll see. We'll see. I wish I remembered. I probably have it on video on my phone still. We could look at my first try. I definitely streamed it. It's one of the old lives, so it's on YouTube. My first attempt. Catalina asks, "Are you going to journal about your trip? Sometimes reflecting back, we see things differently later on. Did you journal while there?" Absolutely. In fact, I had some very high highs and some very low lows, and I logged them all. And I also, when I was spending time with TC, with Takara, we had some very deep conversations about our relationship, about what we want, about where we're at, about how we're feeling, what we're doing. And we had some really, really beautiful interactions. So I journaled a ton about that as well. It's a struggle for me sometimes when like I want this and this isn't what I found, but I also don't want to like stop myself from having enjoyment and relationships just because like you're not the one, you're just who I found, you know what I mean, kind of thing. So we have a very beautiful thing, but it's not exactly what I want. But again, I'm not going to stop myself from enjoying it. So that was something that needed to be written about. That was something that needed to be logged, especially like I couldn't sleep until I did so, actually. I don't know how she got to sleep, but I did so by writing it down. So you'll be cramping like a mofo afterwards, asks Flickfox, and then getting on a plane. Maybe. We'll see. I will say this. The last 2 planes I've been on have been terrible, with kids kicking my seats, kids crying, dogs barking, and being dogs on a plane. So if my luck is about the same as it was then, I will be grateful to have cramps because it will distract me from all this crap. I don't think you should be able to bring and maybe you guys are, maybe, maybe you don't like this, but I don't think you should be able to bring a dog on a plane. And I hate that there's babies on planes. I don't have a solution for that, but maybe limit the amount of babies. Like maybe 10 babies on a plane is too much. Maybe you should make them go on a different plane. I don't know. I don't have kids, so it's hard for me to relate with all that. Like I get it. They're our future, right? But is it even good for a baby to be that high in the air? I mean, I feel like it's a little irresponsible. Again, I'm not a parent and I have no data on this. It's just how I feel. So there's that. You can sometimes ask to be seated away from the babies. It sometimes works. I appreciate that, Deaudrey. I'm going to literally try that. In fact, I'm going to try and have a plan A, B, and C. Plan A is Trolley Winco. Plan B will be moving seats. And Plan C, we haven't come up with yet. What benefits do you get from that tincture, asks Freebird. Well, I have to say I like the way it burns. And they say it's good for my heart. They say it's good for inflammation. I don't necessarily glean a benefit from it. I am just going for a little ride. It makes my mouth burn. It makes my throat burn, my tonsils burn, and then you kind of feel brand new as it fades away. You kind of feel like you've had an experience. And that's because your brain thinks that you're dying when this enters your body. So your brain does what it would do. It like releases endorphins and makes you feel a little good. But it's kind of like what you get out of a cigarette, right? Like a little bit of nicotine kind of drops a little bit of endorphins immediately. This is very, very similar to that, except it's gonna burn really bad. Burn really good. Yeah. I get my heat level up where I can eat more super hots, says Dale. Also, there is that. The more tolerance you have for capsaicin, the more you'll actually taste the flavors of the pepper. So someone that's never eaten hot stuff doesn't even know what a pepper tastes like. You can even experience this with jalapenos. If jalapenos are really hot for you, if you eat a little bit more, eventually you'll start to taste the flavor of the jalapeno. And this is how it works with all peppers. There's just different levels, right? There's just more and more capsaicin. I do have some noise canceling headphones. I could get some better ones, but I'm so hard on my headphones, I have to buy cheap headphones. So I do have, that's part of all of my plans. Plan A, B, and C all have, life is definitely worth living, Kuro. Please don't delete that. That just looks bad. Yep, Smanx, I love the heat and I love the taste of super hot peppers. All right, guys, hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. It certainly makes a difference. I think I'm gonna get out of here. I'm having a hard time being cognitive all of a sudden. Meat lust. We mix it with honey and make hot honey sauce. Oh my gosh. Hot honey is one of God's gifts to man, I feel like. It is so good. I had a hot honey pizza from Slackwater Pizza the other day. It was not very hot, but it was very honeyed. It was very good. All right, y'all. I hope you guys have a great day. This has been The Lifeboat with Captain Calhoun. We'll see you later today, all right?